It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses. It's the Buccaneers and the Ravens next on Madden NFL 22.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3, and he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jackson now. Incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something that lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. To throw, it's Brady. And right away, he lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a pickup of a yard there. That won't help too much. They're left with a 3rd and forever now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And you figure this should be a healthy, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Here's Sam Cook now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now Leonard Fournette. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for. The ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Brady. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. That catch good for only a couple. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll start by running the option to the right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. There he goes left side. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Slings it to Anderson. It's complete. The tight end has it. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
That's out quickly to Bateman. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. 2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here we go again with Tom Brady in Tampa's offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time. They had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for them, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Extra point put through by Succop, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
Come on now, let's go!
The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson going deep here for Watkins. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's Jackson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Ravens on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing is Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Okay, baby, let's go.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. And that's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I've played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the fourth down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Fournette. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Buccaneers first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, Brady. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Throw left side, complete. That's Jones. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Again, it's Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. Pushes him over. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Succop for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Jackson. He's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker with the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Brady to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A game of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Brady. Buying time to his left. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. To throw, it's Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. O.J. Howard as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Extra point try now for Succop. And the lead is up to 15 now. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. And he's been effective in their winning, so it makes it a little... The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Quick throw caught by Godwin. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Now a play fake. Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Malik Harrison gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Able to fight through one tackle.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Joe Tryon, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So make it 2 missed field goals for him now, but I have the sense, given that distance, you could probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. But no real chance for this one to go through.
Fournette, a first down carry. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
Succop for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Jackson. This pass complete to Higgins. Powers through. 7 yards the pickup there.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And Jackson throwing once more. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews.
Let's go.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. To throw again is Jackson. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Open man is Kirk, complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Right there, 54, right there.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. Trucks over him. 50 yards on the ground for him so far.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Brady. To the right side, complete to Miller. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. That's going to be caught by Kirk. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Jackson will throw again. Looking sideline, incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson looking left side. Andrews with it complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them. Gets big.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Again, Jackson. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Fournette on the counter. Fournette fighting through. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Fournette once more on 2nd down. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. That'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay, they get win number